boss. I've worn holes in my shoes. I said a rolling stone gathers no moss. Oh, I worn out all my shoes. Well, I'm running through this honky tonk singing these Union Branch blues, yeah.
Welcome everybody's show, Bootlegger's Dozen. I'm your host, Dylan Merrill. This show is dedicated to finding the answers to the questions that nobody's asking. It's going to be a hard, perplex issue. That's why I have a power-packed panel to help me with this, because I cannot find the answers alone. I need a disclaimer, though. If you watch this show, you spend an hour watching this entire show, and you feel like you wasted an entire hour of your life, don't start bitching at me. Don't message me. Don't call me. We're giving no refunds. There is absolutely no lifeguard on duty. You're going to swim at your own risk. So without further ado, if you agree to those terms, here we go. So my Power Pack panel, let's get into it. Let's meet them. Hey, guys, how y'all doing? Hey, Tim, real quick. You don't care if I introduce the ladies first, do you? Tim, are you there? Can you hear me?
Muted.
I got everybody muted for the intro. This is what guys. This is what
you
you're
muted when
I
didn't care.
This is the See, this is going to be the flea market of podcast. Okay, I don't have a production. All right, this is what you're gonna get. This whole show. That's why I did the disclaimer. Tim, do you care if I introduce the ladies first?
I could give a fuck less.
I don't need a raging redhead tearing the whole setup. You understand me? That's what I don't need. And so I'm clearing it with BigTim first. Shea, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
So I had everybody get together their porn star names. If you don't know what everyone's got a porn star name. It's the name of your first pet and the street that you grew up on. So I'd love it. Drop it in the comments, guys. If I want to see your best porn star name. So Shea, if we were to look you up on Pornhub, where might we find you under?
Sam Autumn.
Ooh, that's a good one there. Sam. So Sam was the pet?
Yeah, Sam was the pet. Actually, Sam's name was changed because it used to be Shane, but then they had me and they named me Shea, and my mom was afraid that I would get confused and think that I was the dog. So they changed the poor dog's name to Sam. And the dog was an adult.
Nice.
So
Sam Autumn.
So the poor dog had to relearn his name. Yeah.
Dogs don't care.
Yeah.
Did you have a drink prepared?
Oh, you know what? I'm on some medication that is not allowing me to have the drink that I would prefer. But I have LaCroix, but I would prefer to have.
I heard if you shotgun
a good old. Yeah, I know.
Get on that LaCroix.
Prefer to have like a good old. Either a Negroni or a whiskey sour. I like the old-fashioned-y kind of drinks. Or I mean, usually to be real, it's just whiskey on ice cube because I don't make the drinks very well. Yeah. My boyfriend makes the drinks very well, but if he's not around, it's just I throw the whiskey on the ice and that's the drink.
This boyfriend is a man of many talents.
There you go.
Microphones. He's a bartender. I mean, this guy has many talents. That's great.
It really does.
It sounds like it might be a mixologist.
That's right. That's
yeah.
Even fancier.
Kristin,
he's very fancy.
Kristin, how you doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Doing good.
Did you have your porn star name? If we were to look you up on RedTube, how might we find you?
I would be on Cinnamon Meadow.
That's so good.
So you know.
That's good.
Cinnamon Meadow it is.
Did you have a drink prepared? What'd you get?
Oh, do I? Because I made it last night. sangria,
Look at that. I love it.
fresh blackberries, fresh strawberries, and 3 different types of wine.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
And to drown my sorrows for UNC losing, this is filled with it to drink
Nice.
right now.
You've got to drink enough for Shea too. Okay, that's
Yep.
that's.
I
your
can do
task.
that, girl. I
Please.
can do that, girl.
That's your task.
I'll
Thank
do
you.
it.
All right,
No problem.
Big Tim. Now we found Shea. It's Sam Autumn on Pornhub. Kristin on RedTube is what'd you say? Cinnamon Meadow.
Hmm.
I'm out of porn sites, Tim. So how do we?
I was gonna say, I wonder how many he's got. I was wondering if he's got another one.
I was gonna-
Or maybe you don't want to admit to have another one. There's always X video. You know,
He can be from Chatterbait.
There you
that's
go.
true. That's
How
true.
How do we find you on Chatterbait?
Well, I mean, my porn star name would be Duke. Well, is it the house you grew up in or the first house you lived in?
Whichever one's funnier.
I would just go with fun. It'd be Duke Manor.
Duke Manor.
Because the first dog name that wasn't first pet I had that didn't die pretty quick, Duke, and then I lived on Park Manor for most of or I lived in Park Manor, but on Park Manor Drive.
I feel like if this was a porno, this would be like role playing. You'd be like a detective.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Duke
For sure.
Manor.
Or a
That's
very
perfect.
For sure.
fancy-
Like only
for sure. It's an English lord type shit.
Yeah,
That's
that's perfect.
Bridgerton style.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it is.
Downton Abbey.
Maybe give them
It's,
some ideas for the second season.
Downton Abbey.
Downton
Yeah.
Abbey with more penetration, I guess.
And more LARPing. You gotta have more.
Oh, way
LARPing.
way more. If I'm gonna be doing that, I'm fighting in the Crimean War or whatever. Like,
Yeah, that's so good. What are you sipping on
yeah.
there? What are you sipping on?
Well, if we weren't in a pandemic, I'd drink pecan whiskey and Diet Dr. Pepper of some kind. But this happens to be a Diet Dr. Pepper with cream soda
Ooh.
because I'm fancy.
You are super fancy. I like it.
I'm a very fancy man.
So, well, now it's my turn. So, if you were to have to Google me or try to find me an adult-rated film, I would actually be. I had a Labrador named Buzz when I was growing up, and I lived on Brockton Court. So, Buzz Brockton. I thought it was pretty amazing.
All right, that's a solid name.
But does it beat? So I'm gonna give a shout out to my wife. Hers, she had a cat named Chastity, and she lived on Jones Street. So Chastity Jones. I mean, that's.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's already taken. I wouldn't be surprised. That's already somebody's already using that one.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
classic.
Yeah, it's
So my drink that I have, I actually brought a Bootlegger's dozen. So when I was growing up, I grew up in a dry county. Okay, we had to go to this place.
oh shit.
We had to go in Kentucky. We have dry counties. It's fucked up. But you had to go to this place called White City. I know it sounds racist as fuck. Maybe it was, but their last name was Whites, and I don't know if they're related to the Dancing Outlaw or not. I don't know. But anyways, we went to White City. It was a drive-through. You went around this barn, and you come up, and he come running out of the garage, and you say, "I need a case of beer." And this is what he would hand you, something like this. A sack,
All right.
just full of shit, right?
Very professional.
And I remember one time he miscounted and he only gave me 11. I was like, "That's fucked up, dude. Like, you only gave me 11." And he said, they were different size beers, had different.
Sorry.
I'm giving you by the ounce. Go ahead, Kristin.
It's my work call. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. But anyway,
Fucking capitalism.
So the bag would be full of like Coors Light, whatever was rolling around in the floor is what you would end up getting. You'd have damn PBR, and he gave me 11 of them, and I got pissed off, and he said, "Service charge." I said, "Fuck your service charge. I want my beer. I paid for it." And he said, "You got a Bootlegger's dozen." And then he just started laughing and walked off. You're liable to find anything in the son of a bitch. So that's what a Bootlegger's dozen in. That's the drink that I brought. That's what I named this whole podcast on. So
That's
did.
amazing. I love that.
He would card you to make sure that you were 16. I have no idea why, but I guess he's trying to run a legitimate business. I don't know.
I mean,
16.
that's a solid age for Kentucky drinking. I mean,
That's what I thought. Yeah. Hell, you're kind of a late bloomer at that point.
Yeah, I mean, if you're 16 and you're needing, and you don't already have a source closer,
right?
Or you're not, you're fucking up. But also, you're younger now. You don't need to be drinking that way. You need to get beer the old-fashioned way, stealing it from your relatives. When you're 16 by yourself, before you're 16, you just steal it from your uncles and shit. That's
right.
And
I mean, how are we gonna?
And just pray your uncle's got a little extra spending money, so he's got an extra 12-pack of Bush in the refrigerator or whatever,
Oh my God!
I swear to God, Tim, what you just made me think of though is I used to steal cigarettes from my dad, and I would sell them at school for $1 a piece. So like a pack of six would bring you $20, right? And that's huge back. This is 20 years ago, and I would take it to the skating rink, like. So I was rich in the skating rink. I'm just telling you. So, what's the show about? The show is about answering these questions. Let's get to it. Y'all ready for it?
How do I get you guys back up on my screen? All I can see is myself.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, good.
Can't help you with that one, friend.
You're welcome.
Never used this one before.
You might be in the blind. I've never been on your side of this. I've always had my control center here. So
you look great in frame, though. So
you look really good.
Can you guys see me? All of you see me?
We can see. Can you see me?
I can see you guys, and you're about half an inch tall.
Nice. We're gonna roll.
Oh.
We're gonna roll with it. I'll read the questions, Kristin. So you'll just be flying in the blind.
Okay.
You look fabulous.
That's how I do on lives and all.
You look absolutely fabulous. So
you're very pink.
The first question, guys.
Yes.
Would you rather have to run everywhere you go or yell everything you have to say? Would you rather?
Does it matter who answers?
Let's go with. I'm gonna give Shea the first one. You lead us.
I'm gonna go with run because I feel like my vocal. This would hurt more than I'd be okay being fit and having my body hurt than being annoying and having my voice hurt.
So you would rather run everywhere you go. You're just in a dead sprint anytime you need to go somewhere. Now, you can drive somewhere.
Yes.
I'm going to say that you drive, but when you get out.
When I'm out and then I can sit places.
Right. Correct.
Right? Like once I'm there. Yeah, I'll run.
What if... See, I went to attack this question like I put myself in different situations. So let's picture that you're in the Texas Roadhouse, right? It's super crowded.
This will be good.
Rush hour. You've got to go to the potty. Got to go to the ladies' room. The only way to get there is you got to sprint your ass off to get there. You still want to run
and I'm sprinting through people. I mean, but then also I have to yell everything, and then I'm at a funeral.
I feel a little disturbing, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd take the sprinting and the crowded with strange. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Kristin, what are you doing? Kristin, you running or yelling? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm yelling.
You're yelling?
I'm a mom. I'm a mom of a baseball and football player. I can yell to my little heart's content. It doesn't bother me.
You're running anywhere.
I mean, if someone's chasing me, and in that case, I just have to be faster than one person because as long as I'm not that last person, I'm not the one getting caught.
Very sound. Tim, what you
not like solidarity amongst thieves and all.
That's right.
No, not take Kristin on a fucking heist with you. Shit. Not to be fucking trusted at all.
No.
It raises
it's good.
serious
If you
points.
see me running, that means take off and run your ass as fast as you can if you see me running.
Yeah, good point, I guess. If I did see you running, it would be like, what context would I ever see you running but a negative thing? Like we're all too old to be. But would I see you when you were running? You know what I mean? Would I have encountered you? Probably not. You don't live in Florida. You don't live in there. So it'd be one of them things where it's like, oh, we had a meetup or whatever, and she just took off running. That would be,
Did you say you're in Florida?
I am, yeah.
You might one day, if I'm visiting, see me running in a zigzag to avoid an alligator. That's about it.
There you go.
If you're running from the alligator at that point, you're fucked. I gotta let y'all know this about alligators, period. They're faster than horses. And if they want you, they're gonna get y'all. I'm just letting you know.
Holy
The zigzag
shit.
thing does work to a point, but like the gators got y'all.
The gator, your
Uh,
gator.
But go back to Exhibit A. I'm not going to be the last one he's chasing. There's going to be someone behind
Yeah.
me.
She's
True,
training.
I'm
and
safe.
She's training
if
to
he's
be
under-
second to last. That's what
if
she's
he's
training
under
for.
8 foot, I'm just gonna jump on top of the fucker and hold his mouth shut. If he's over 8 foot, I'm just gonna start praying and just get ready for Jesus to come get me.
That's right.
You know?
Or the main.
You know, yeah, I guess I'd probably rather run too, I guess, because the yelling would be, you'd have to yell everything you ever said, right?
Yeah, everything. No matter where you're at. You're
Like
yelling.
top of the fucking volume, top of the just.
Top of the volume,
Ugh.
your voice box your voice cords are
Even
always
the
gonna-
embarrassing things that you want to
Oh,
say.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm
Those are
saying.
the
Private
best. That's
thing.
the best.
Yes.
I don't need that many people hearing me just stub my toe.
What-
I already pretty loud. You know,
What
I
value,
yell fuck too much, just randomly when I hurt. You know, oh God,
what value
I'm
do you
so
put on
loud, y'all.
whispering? What value do you put on whispering? Is
A
what
lot.
you're asking.
A lot. Well, I'm also put a value on just not having to yell, friend. And they're running. It's just like you said, I can drive, so it'd be like, all right, yeah, I fucking wind sprinted for like she said, I'm wind sprinting into the fucking Aldi, and I get in there, stop for a minute, and go, oh fuck, I'm moving forward, I gotta run, and eventually I'll either lose a bunch of weight or I'll just stop running. I guess I just won't go nowhere. I'll just order shit and I got run to the car, run back, man. I
Yeah.
would just plan on that. I feel like you could get more accustomed to running all the time than you could yelling all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
I
This is
really
my
do.
point.
Yeah.
I just really do. And like,
Shay says absolutely.
I keep thinking about these. You're trying to have a conversation with somebody on the telephone. I'm just fucking screaming at them.
That's
I'm too big to be fucking screaming like that all the time.
I think
Oh.
bad shit too much to have to be yelled. I want to be the devil's advocate and say I want to yell everything. I think I'm going to. I think I'm yelling all the time because as I was hearing your all's amazing points, I think I'm still going yelling because maybe I could pick up sign language, Morse code, maybe some other.
There's something to be said like that. You could get a whiteboard and write. You could do sign language.
Right.
You could do text messaging and all. But I just keep thinking like, you're a married man and you're in the bed or whatever. You really want to yell, "Hey, baby"?
Right.
Right.
Hi,
You want to scream it loud? Yeah, the fucking kids can hear you. And you just
I
tap on
mean,
the shoulder.
even if I picked running, certain situations, I'm going to be yelling either way.
Right. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
True. It's one of them things.
You can still selectively yell. Yeah, we're not taking the box away, but like
Yeah,
if I'm
exactly.
in the roadhouse and it's super crowded and I can yell, I'd be like yelling my order to the waitress, right? I'd be screaming at her. I'm hoping it's loud enough to where maybe it's not that distracting. Maybe they've got something other than Tracy Chapman that's real mellow playing or some shit. And then maybe I can still walk and not like knock over 100 different trays. But then again, I mean, you could just not have to go pick. You could always make sure you use the bathroom before you go to the Texas. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm big enough. I'm running to the fucking bathroom at the Texas Roadhouse. I get first right of refusal to space. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everything's in my. I'm
Get
not
the
getting
hell
in
out of
its
the way.
way. It's in my way.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
So it's one of the things where if I'm running, and I'm doing that all the time. Like I'm not going to run far enough for this to be a big problem, anyways.
Yep.
I could maybe sprint. I don't play football no more. You know what I mean? Like I'm not running wind sprints every night.
Right.
So
I think I got to go with running. I got to run everywhere. I don't want to yell.
I
all
like
the
whispering
time.
too much.
I think the whole panel, Shay, she started. I think we're all running, ain't we? Every one of us are running.
Not me.
Not.
I'm yelling.
You're yelling.
Kristin's
okay.
yelling. She's yelling all the time. She don't
yelling.
want to run. Period. And I don't blame her. I don't want to run either.
Yep. I yell.
I mean, this
so
is
much
the
as it
worst.
It's such a crazy question. All right, so that's it. Let's go to the next one. We got another question here. We're loaded for bear here. All right. What set of items could you purchase to make the cashier very uncomfortable or curious? So what set of items could you take to the cashier
Ooh.
that would make the cashier be very uncomfortable or curious? Now, to start off, I'm I'm giving Kristin. Kristin, take
What
it.
kind of for 2 questions? One, are we allowed to have dirty answers? Because you know Carrie and I how we roll sometimes.
Yeah, yes, you can. You're not going to get comment block like we do on TikTok.
And
The dirtier, the better.
what kind of store? Does it matter what store you're at?
Nope, doesn't matter.
I'm thinking of like a Walmart or a Super Target kind of thing is what I'm picturing. I'm picturing a multiple section, multiple, plus like if you're at the sex toy store, like they've seen weird shit. They're not going to comment, period.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're going to keep their mouth shut. And like, if you're at the hardware store, they're probably not going to say nothing either.
Yeah, at the Hustler store, they're pretty numb cashiers. They'd have to be, I would think.
Yes.
What you got, Kristin? We can skip you and come back.
I think I'm going to buy bananas.
Ooh, that's foul.
Condoms. And enemas. Make them wonder, what are you doing with those bananas and the condoms that you need the enema?
You're writing the story for them. Like, they're not having
cornstarch. I'd add cornstarch just to throw them off.
Maybe some chocolate syrup, maybe some zip ties. And
let me see a recent receipt of yours. I'm feeling like you picked these items up the other day.
You're feeling what?
I'm feeling like you already picked these items up. Do you have a receipt laying around next to you? You got all these items listed on there?
I do not.
You say you passed on the receipt. What you got, Big Tim? You're making the cashier curious or uncomfortable. I
would probably, if I'm going I'd probably get some wine, right? So you start off like you're going to romance, So I got some wine and some cheese going, right? And then you throw it off with I don't know, maybe a frozen pizza. So you think, oh, maybe it ain't gonna work out or whatever, right? But then you hit them with a tarp, right? You hit them with a sawzall blades, right? And you hit them with a couple DVDs, and you're looking for some romance stuff like Love Actually, maybe.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, and then you throw in like Saul, but not the main series. You go some other ones, and then you wrap it up with like a greeting card, a sorry greeting card.
Sorry.
Like one of them, one of them my condolences greeting cards. And that's what you use, because they're gonna go, what the fuck is happening here? Did you think, oh, it's wine and cheese charcuterie board, maybe,
right?
And then you hit the frozen pizza, like, oh, he's single.
I want you to have one of those. I want you to have one of those singing greeting cards, like you open it up and it's like staying alive, staying alive. So your cashier is going to be very curious unless they just checked Kristin out. And then you're just going to look like child's play so far.
Good point, yeah.
Shea,
good point.
Shea, what do you got?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think you guys were kind of going along, because when I heard this question, I thought, well, it's either going to be a sex or a murder thing.
So we got that covered.
Yeah. So I was thinking bleach, like a lot of bleach and duct tape.
I was thinking that after Nate.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe some rope. But then also, I don't know, I've had to buy things for just as an actor, and I, self-produce a lot of stuff, and I've had to buy a lot of old phones or big radio things, and I always get weird looks when I buy those. So maybe a big stereo, if you're at a place that still sells those. So a big old stereo along with a bunch of bleach and some rope, and then maybe some chocolate.
Just track phones, just track phones, just flip phones. You're buying 4 or 5 track phones and rope, and then a Cosmo.
Yeah. Just, I've definitely had people stop me, and one lady I was getting a big old stereo, and one lady was like, "You better check to make sure that works before you leave, because it's probably not gonna work." And I was like, "It doesn't need. It's a prop. It doesn't need to work."
I don't need
it's like, I'm buying the stereo from Goodwill. I don't need it to work. I just need it to look like this is the early '90s. I need an aesthetic.
I'm
I
not,
don't.
I'm not gonna break
Thank you,
dance.
though.
I'm not gonna put it on my shoulder and use it to break dance.
I know.
Yeah.
It was very kind of her, though.
That's very kind. I'm changing your chocolate in your scenario. I'm quickly changing it to
Yes.
Reese eggs because
Oh,
because
yes.
Easter's coming up. So in
That's
your
smart.
story, you're buying Reese.
Just making it more specific chocolate.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you always got to get
I
the
like that.
novelty Reese's, whatever the season
Yeah.
is. If it's at the counter, and you're,
Or the little what are the? Oh my God, they're not Reese's, but they're the ones that
Cadbury
are very
eggs?
small.
Cadbury cream egg?
Yes.
Well, those are
Yes.
delicious.
But then they're at is it the same one where they're not the ones that are filled? They're just the small version of them. I don't know if it's the
we
same
don't have
brand.
that in Kentucky. So
Maybe
can't
not.
help you.
of Reese's.
Are they Reese's?
I think it's maybe it is Cadbury where it's the small
The
version
Lindors?
and it's
The
got
Lindor chocolates.
no, it's got the candy outside. Maybe it's Cadbury. This is a very long
Oh.
specific.
No, I know what you're talking. They're like pastel.
Kinder
They're
eggs?
pastel colors.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
Jordan
Jordan
yes.
pastel. I can't
Are
think
they?
of what they're called. Robin's egg? No.
They look like Jordan almonds, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But
but
not
they're
Jordan
egg
almonds.
shaped and they're the
That's exactly
pastel
right. Yes.
color.
I know what you're talking
Yes.
And
Now I'm gonna have to
wedding
look it
candy.
up. My gosh.
I think it's Italian wedding candy.
No.
I'm
They-
pretty
it's chocolate
good.
inside,
And
right?
Yeah, they're chocolate, but they look like Jordan almonds.
They're delicious, though. I love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yes.
So I actually have a specific story for this. As soon as I seen that,
Uh-oh.
it popped right up because I was a victim of this one time. I wasn't the cashier, but the person in line behind me was buying a strange combination. So he had kitty litter and he had baby carrots. And I remember being 10 years old, he had kitty litter and baby carrots. And I looked at my dad. I said, Dad, that's random as hell. Look at that. And my dad, without missing a beat, looked at me. He's house training his rabbit. And then he turned around and he pulled out his book of food stamps. We were on food stamps at the time, which used to look like pesos. I don't know if y'all have ever been on.
Oh yeah, they did. They were multicolored as hell,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
Monopoly money.
They come in like a coupon book, and I didn't know it was weird until the kids at school were. I tried to pay for my dad tried to pay for my lunch money, and it got refused at school with a green whatever blue whatever it was, but they look like pesos.
Yeah, the blue $2 bill or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, my dad used to sell them double for cigarettes or whatever, and it worked out for both people, I guess. But he turned around, didn't miss a beat. He's house trained his rabbit, no big deal. And the cashier looked at my dad like he was absolutely nuts. And so that was actually a personal story of mine. So I shared that with y'all.
Oh my God.
I became vulnerable to you all. So we have
Love
made all
it.
these cashiers super nervous. Let's go on to the next question.
Oh, hold on, Shay.
Hold on, do what?
Let Shay
we
see.
got it. Yes, that's it. It was Cadbury.
Epic.
Yeah, Cadbury
It
mini
was
egg.
mini Cadbury eggs. All right.
I was determined to
Thank
find
you.
it.
Epic drop on that, Kristin. That's
Very
epic.
much appreciate it. So I know what to go buy, especially because like everything, I don't know, we're being super safe and like getting all of our thing like drop off like at the
Yeah.
grocery store.
Right.
So you have to think about everything ahead of time to order. I always forget
Mhm.
when you go into the grocery. I'm missing out on the treats that I usually just like pick.
2020 has changed. 2020 has changed everything. So now instead of
Yeah.
see, that's old school saying we're going to make the cashier nervous. See, if you were to actually new school that question, you're either making the self checkout nervous, which I don't know that you can
Yeah.
do that, or you're making your grocery picker nervous. 2020.
Yeah,
has changed everything.
exactly.
That would be funny to order your groceries to be delivered and just pick out random ass stuff.
Yeah, just
That'd be great.
bleach and Cadbury eggs and sawzalls and kitty litter and all this shit. There's-
Well, if you're doing a Walmart delivery, fuck, you get Lyle too. Just
Oh no.
go real hardcore with it. Make them really think you're fucking burying somebody.
2020's been fucking nuts though. Like
I watched a guy one time buy 28 coffee cups with a cat on them at a dollar store, and it was at Walmart. It was 28 cups with a cat on it. It was and he bought one box of hot chocolate mix.
Sorry.
he's rationing.
Amazing.
I've always wondered what the fuck that dude was doing.
So
That was 8 years ago now. I still think about that shit.
that makes me think of like Jesus took. I'm gonna butcher it. It's a Bible story, so I'm gonna butcher it. So Jesus took the fish and the loaf of bread and fed all those people. That guy took 37 cat mugs and he fed
It's
everybody.
28. It's 28 coffee cups with a cat on them.
He
It
performed.
took fucking forever.
He performed a miracle,
Oh my
is what
God.
I'm getting at. That's funny.
That's
He
amazing.
That's
probably
a
did. He
jump up
probably did.
from 5 loaves, 2 fish.
Yeah.
I want to normalize. I want to normalize a greeting though, coming out of 2020. Like I think I'm going to start this trend, and the trend is, I hope since we've all been virtual, my kids are on virtual. We're doing virtual here. You have to hang out with people virtual. I think a new greeting should be, I hope you have good internet today, and you'd be like, oh,
I like that.
too nice. I hope you have good internet today.
That's not bad. I mean, you need good
Yeah.
internet, man. I mean,
I'm telling
Yeah.
as my choppy ass video has been throughout the night, if good internet is hard to find nowadays. Jesus,
Dude.
I have like 200 megabyte a second internet too, and I paid the bill, and it's still.
that don't matter. Capitalism don't
I
give a
know.
shit if you pay the bill.
It does not give a fuck.
All right, going on to the next one. What's something that everyone looks stupid doing? What is something that everyone looks stupid doing? We went, Tim, you're leading us on this one. Come on, Big Tim. Something everyone looks stupid doing.
I think everyone looks stupid coming in the rain. No matter how coming in from the car in the rain, no matter how you do it, you're always gonna look a little stupid. I was trying to think like maybe getting up off the ground, but I've seen some people jump up like them parkour people and all. They get up off the ground laying flat like handstand shit. They don't look stupid doing that.
No.
I was thinking maybe eating a corn dog. I've seen people not look stupid doing that. I've seen people look scary doing that, weirdly enough.
I just don't want you looking me in the eye if you're eating a corn dog.
I saw a dude chew the stick once at the fucking fair, and that never mind. That was he just bit the fucking stick and
Teeth
fucking
monster.
Florida.
Was he going after the best part of the corn dog, which is that little crust at the bottom? Like
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
That's the best part of
Chomp,
the corn.
chomp. Chomp, chomp. Got to the end. Fucking half stick was, yeah.
You can make dental implants out of his imprints.
He bit I think he ate the piece of the fucking stick.
Jesus Christ. Kristin, what you got? What's something everyone looks stupid doing?
You got to come back to me on that one. That's a tough one.
Shea, what you got?
I look ridiculous doing everything, so I have to see.
We'll come back to you. Shea, what you got?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, and it's not something that everybody does, but taking a selfie or filming themselves. I mean, I guess it's just because I'm in the world of TikTok and of video creators, but I see people filming themselves in public a lot. I mean, I guess this is pre-pandemic, but I think everyone's just awkward about it. And it's just, everyone just, I haven't seen somebody look effortless filming themselves.
Elegant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just look insane.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Just insane.
Yeah.
I'm going to take yours a step farther, Shea, and I'm going to say they look stupid definitely on lives. I think you really look fucking ridiculous doing lives.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
Like you're just talking to comments, and it's really like somebody walks in and then nobody's saying anything back, and you're having this entire conversation.
It's so awkward.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. But I also mean I think some people can look better. The finished product can look better. And you can assume that people look okay filming themselves. You know what I mean? Some people can look polished, especially the Instagram people. You know what I mean?
Oh, those people are insane.
Yeah. But they don't look that way. I have a lot of friends that do that, and they don't look that way on the other side. When they're like putting it together, it doesn't look good. They all look dumb. So either way.
You never want to see how the sausage is made, right?
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
You don't want to see that girl got that shot.
Yeah, exactly.
A photographer friend of mine was in a swimming pool, like doing laps while she was taking pictures of me once. She looked stupid as shit. She was like paddling. She was like treading water while standing halfway too with a camera, and she just. Oh God!
And then those shots look amazing though at the end.
Oh, they look. I look fucking fantastic, but. if you take her out of it, I'm like laying on a beach on a fucking concrete.
Oh my
or
god.
it's like what? You know what I mean, like
Did you have that shirt on?
No, I didn't actually.
Or was it just
I don't think I
draped over
had a
your
shirt on for that one.
Yeah,
I think she had. I think my shirt was off for that one.
Damn.
I had to ask her point blank while we were doing. Is this a sex thing?
Yeah, we're gonna turn into a friends only thing here.
Well, I just didn't make sure. You're asking because we're cut off shorts and all. It was the whole thing.
So
Aw.
So when I was thinking about this question, I was like, "What's everybody look stupid doing?" I thought about the film and stuff, and you explained it way better than I could have. And I thought, man, I think everyone looks stupid. I mean, I actually come up with two things, but I know definitely everyone looks stupid wiping their own ass. Like you'd have to just look absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the worst thing, if y'all ever been in them hotel rooms where you're sitting on a shitter and it's got a mirror like on the back of the door or something, and it's just like
Oh God,
flaring
yes.
at you, and you're like, God, dog, like you're like embarrassed, and you're the one taking a shit, but you're for some reason feeling shame.
Well, you look so vulnerable there. You
Yeah.
put pants down by your ankles. You staring at your phone for
Yeah.
I lived in a stay motel for a little while in 2019, and they had a damn the toilet had the bathroom, the wall across the way from it was just a mirror that was wall to wall, the entire fucking bathroom. And I'm like, God,
Oh my God.
Right.
I end up duct taping a towel to it so I wouldn't have to look at my fucking self.
Dude, I can relate to that shit. And I'm actually in a minority group. And I know I look like this hillbilly white boy. How the hell are you in a minority? But I am. I actually, and this is going to be way TMI, so get ready for it, but I'd stand up while I'm wiping my ass, so it looks even more ridiculous. I did not
You're a
know.
goddamn barbarian. You're a fucking barbarian.
I know.
I didn't know that.
I wouldn't even be on the uncivilized.
I didn't even know I was in the minority group. I thought everybody stood to wipe their ass. I thought that was just how you did it. Until last Thanksgiving, my wife told her entire family, and then now my mother-in-law is making fun of me. My father-in-law, everyone's making fun of me for staying up and wiping my ass. And then my wife comes in.
It's inefficient.
A few weeks later, my wife comes in. She's all pissed off at me because she walked in on my second son standing to wipe his ass. And so she was pissed that now I have passed this shitty trait down to him. But believe me, you probably look better wiping your ass sitting down than you do standing up. You'd have to, because you got to get a good stretch going. Kristin, did you think of anything?
I think carpool karaokeing in the car by yourself. You ever drive up beside someone, watch them just blasting out with their radio? They all look ridiculous.
We've all seen people do crazy.
Okay, but that's my favorite thing to watch.
Oh, I do it too.
That is my favorite. Yeah, but no, just like not even to do it, just like when I like, isn't that every time I pull up to somebody who's just completely lost, that's one of my favorite things in life is to watch somebody fully carpool karaokeing, like karaokeing actually is the proper term.
Yeah.
Karaoke.
That's my favorite.
Did you just use the damn jargon term for car karaoke? Did you just use the technical term?
My daughter was singing along. My daughter was singing along in the back seat, rocking out, dancing. She's 10 now. I think she might have been 6 at the time. And an Army vet comes pulling up beside us with his window down as well. And I was like, oh, here we go. And he started rocking out with her. It was for Taylor Swift, I think. He started rocking out, putting his hand out the window. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. He got all jacked up with her.
That's my favorite.
She and I, we get in the car. We don't care who sees us. We just go.
There was this huge story about that. Like, I think I heard on NPR or maybe it's on Series or something. I can't remember what I was listening to, but cops are pulling people over that had mannequins in their car. They was in the carpool lane, and they had mannequins in the car riding with them. And they'd, like, pull them over all the time, and they were taking pictures, and some of the best mannequins. I think that's just absolutely hilarious. Like, the worst thing I ever seen somebody doing at a red light, though, is I pulled up next to somebody that was playing the flutophone. Like,
what?
Do you know what the flutophone is, or the recorder, or whatever the hell it's called?
Oh, the recorder.
He was sitting there playing it.
Yeah, how the fuck you can call it the flutophone when you can just say recorder?
Yeah. I didn't know what the
Y'all are
flutophone
fucking
was.
nerds, man. Y'all are fucking nerds.
He lost all of us with the flutophone.
Y'all don't
Like,
call
what
it the
the fuck is
flutophone?
that? It was a Norwegian fucking prime minister? What the fuck?
It's yes, it is. And he just won the past general election, like with a landslide victory. Yes.
He's gonna make Norway great again? What the fuck?
Get rid of the flutophone and everything will be good.
In Kentucky, we always called it the flutophone. I don't know why the fuck.
That's
we called
so
it
amazing. I'm definitely calling it the flutophone from
Hell
now
yes.
on.
Converting them all way.
Oh my god.
Flutophone.
I had a
So
boss from
funny.
the north. I had a boss from the north call the thing that you. I don't want to say it because I give it away. I'll just say it. She called it a weed whipper and not a weed eater. We always called it a weed eater, not a
A weed
trimmer.
whipper?
She called it a weed whipper. She'd come down from the north and she opened a business, a little arcade go-kart track, and then she told me to get the weed whipper out of the shed and go around.
Oh, I
the
guess I
track.
have heard that. No, yeah,
A
I've heard
weed
that before.
whipper. Huh.
That's
I've
some
not heard
Yankee
that
shit if
one.
I've ever heard it, friend. A weed whipper? What the fuck?
Yeah,
I can't say that.
I was like,
I can't.
have the weeds been not like I asked her, have the weeds been naughty? I mean, do I need to go like discipline them? I mean, what are we talking about? Are we
Yeah, I
are-
mean,
are we making a
is it gonna like?
Well, wait,
should I
we
be
call them a
listening for a
weed
word?
whacker.
right
In California, it's a weed whacker, I think.
weed whacker?
We call it a
I've
weed
heard weed
whacker.
whacker. I've heard weed whacker, but
Yeah.
weed whipper?
That's what we call it in Virginia.
Have y'all ever heard it a weed eater? We call it weed eaters.
We
Weed
call it
eaters,
a
what I've
weed
always
eater
heard.
or weed whacker.
And see, men in Kentucky, like we have this thing, like we cannot stand a weed eat. Like we'll go 4 or 5 grass cuttings without
What's
weed whipping.
It's the worst part of it, though.
Yeah,
It's
it
the- it's,
sucks.
you know,
So when you're driving down the highway, that's like the sexiest thing to us is to see a woman walking around with a weed eater. Like you're gonna make the calendar at that point. I mean, you're getting a whole month. Like if I see you walking around with a weed eater, like it's the sexiest thing in the world.
That's it? Wow.
was it
That's all you
gas
gotta-
powered or is it, you know, is it like a 2-stroke or is it just like a battery? You know, it really depends. It's just, if it's plugged
I'd
in,
say
it ain't doing,
Like
if
a
it's
Black
a
and Decker?
2-stroke
Yeah.
and you're weed whacking, you're gonna yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
How much time? No, we got time. I'm gonna go to our bonus question. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go after the bonus question to pick up my son.
That'll work. Would you rather have every traffic light you come to turn green or never have to stand in line again? Would you rather have every traffic light you come to go green or never stand in line again? Shea, what you got?
You know, before the pandemic, I might have answered this differently, but I think now I'm going to go with the traffic light be green. I also live in Los Angeles, so maybe that
Oh, that
would be
qualifies a
different
lot more, friend. Yeah.
Wait.
That
thing.
makes it a lot more sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Makes a
also
lot
just
more
like
sense.
miss people. I enjoy talking to strangers.
Traffic is nut to butt in Los Angeles, so yeah, green lights would be handy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about you, Kristin? Green light.
I would rather sit or go through all the lights and have to sit in line because I love meeting new people. Like I'll walk out of a store sitting in line and have like 3 new friends.
Oh,
Like,
you're that.
did you know that they did this? Well, you know me, Dylan. I talk all the time.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I love about you.
Never met a stranger that I didn't become friends with.
That's right. What you got, Tim?
I thought for sure everyone was going to say not to wait in line. I was like, this is going to be the easiest one. I was like, never wait in line again. You go to Disney, you go wherever you want to go. Movie theater, grocery store, where there's no line.
Nothing.
You cut in the fucking VIP. But y'all are the fucking people that talk to me at the damn before the pandemic when I wasn't wearing the mask and shit, and I'd be smiling them, you know. People talk to me at the fucking store so goddamn much, and this explains why I'm on a call with 2 of y'all. I'm on, and I do a little banner in the line, you know, if it's going real long. But y'all are the people that hold that shit up, and it's like I can't be mean. How am I going to be mean? They're being friendly, you know. You're just sitting there like, I just want to fucking get out of the goddamn Aldi.
I love how all these make you put the quarter in the cart, like you're gonna re-rack everything because you put the quarter in the cart.
Yeah.
That fucking in Florida, they take that shit real fucking serious. They take that shit real serious.
You know.
So you sit in no lines driving to Disney World, but then you have to, or you have no stoplights or anything. But then once you get there, you have to wait in line at every single ride and make friends and be nice to everybody.
I got lots of fucking friends. I sometimes don't want to fucking talk in line. But I don't want to wait. Boom, I'm scooting.
Tim,
You'll be my friend because people want to be my friend because we're scooting past every line. I'm not waiting in line no more, man.
They're gonna draft. They're gonna draft.
Tim is making some compelling points.
Now traffic lights. Now, if it was never wait in traffic again or never wait in line again, I'd probably pick the traffic thing again. Gotcha. But it's just traffic lights. Yep. And traffic lights, I already drive pretty slow, so I get the lights wrong a lot of times, anyways.
Yeah. You see, Kristin is the one. She'll hold you up at the grocery store. Tim will hold you up on the road. He says,
I'm driving. Slow. Yeah, I mean,
I'm doing a TikTok in my car, idling and shit.
I don't TikTok while I drive though.
I don't know. I don't know how people do that. But
I would though. I don't have power steering good enough for all that. I'm not gonna take.
I'll make friends with them on airplanes. They'll be like my best friend by the time I get off the airplane. And
you're right.
How you meet people.
I think I'm with Tim on this one. I don't want to stand in.
Oh, airplane! I just want to be in a benzo comma. What the fuck? I'm putting on. I'm wearing a metal tube in the sky, Kristin.
But I only have like 2 traffic lights in my town or some shit. Like we don't have traffic lights. I live in Eastern Kentucky where.
That's what I say.
We've lost so many damn jobs. They're starting to pin those traffic lights up and just drop stop signs and shit. So I mean, yes, y'all are allowed to laugh at that.
There's where my dad used to live in Alabama and Babby. They couldn't keep driving shit around, but they did replace a fucking traffic light with a stop sign because it was cheaper. Yeah. And
saving money,
dude. I think I need to change my answer because you're right. It's not traffic because there's still going to be traffic. I feel like I'm not winning enough out of this.
Right.
I need to
you a push.
Change.
You can change your answer. So now Shea is not staying in lines. She's sitting in red lines, but you've
convinced me. Yeah.
He's got a way.
Kristin's still looking at that captive audience though.
Yeah, I mean, if you got rid of traffic, I would do that. But
if I know ahead of time there's going to be lines, I just kind of like Christmas Eve. I go Christmas Eve to get all my stocking stuffers because I know there's going to be lines. I can people watch and just have a fun time.
She's a line hunter.
Kristin,
you're fucking describing what I envision hell to be.
Oh no.
Yes,
that's basically what the hell would be for me. You have to get stuck at I have to go on Christmas Eve, and there's gonna be lines, and there's gonna be fucking people talking to me, and there's gonna be friendly. They're not gonna be obnoxious. They're gonna be friendly, and like I like stupid. Sometimes my fucking back just starts spasming. And I'm just standing in that fucking line. I'm just like, I don't want to do this.
That's me because I love to meet new people. I'll ask them 50 million questions, get to know them. That's me.
I like it.
Oh my God, Kristin.
I'd rather go to fucking Guantanamo Bay than do that.
I'll go with you there and make friends too.
I figured you would.
My hell would be taking a 2-year-old into Hobby Lobby. That would be hell for
me. Into where?
Into Hobby Lobby. Like.
I'll take him.
You can have him.
That's like free for all.
Shoot, be like wrecking shit, and then you get up to the line, and then you get into Tim's hell where Kristin's standing there waiting on you to talk to you.
Can I just fight a small bear instead? And then take the kid to Hobby Lobby. They're gonna touch everything, man.
Dude, everything.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Okay, guys. So this round this show down, I want to give. This is where we're gonna plug. We're gonna start plugging. So, Shea, besides Pornhub. Sam Autumn. Where else can we find you?
I'm all over the internet at Shea Depmore, Depmore. So I'm mostly on, besides TikTok is my main thing. I almost said behind. I am not on Pornhub. Jesus Christ.
I know he did you dirty with that one. He threw it.
He slipped
It was
that
a
in.
dirty
You really
move.
did.
It was a
He
dirty
slipped it
move.
in. Aside from.
I know. Yeah. Aside from, I'm so used to doing things too, where it's like, besides TikTok, what else do you do? Yeah.
When'd
So
you stop
TikTok
beating
is
your
the
wife,
main
Dylan?
thing.
Yeah. How long have you not been a pedophile for?
Yeah,
People don't catch
Jesus.
the beginning of the show. They just watch the end. Now that's where you get in trouble with this shit.
That's funny.
Oh no.
So find
Yeah,
Shea,
so
super funny. What's
Mostly
your
on
handle?
TikTok.
What's your handle on
Yeah.
TikTok?
Twitter.
What's your handle on TikTok?
Shea It's at Shea Depmore. I'm the only Shea Depmore that exists. So TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all the places. I am. It's a made up
Can
name.
we find you anywhere? Besides grocery lines talking people's head off, can we find you?
That's the only place you can find me ever. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. My handle is Crisco5209, which I got that name from one of our other lives that
That's right.
Dylan and I do.
On Josh's live, y'all start calling
Yeah.
you Crisco. I went the longest time didn't know your name was Kristin. Like I thought it was
Yeah,
legit.
it just kinda sunk.
Crisco. Like it was weird.
And I'm getting very close to actually starting to post content on TikTok. I've been just too afraid. I don't like myself on the camera, so
I
I'm
don't
getting
like-
closer and closer.
I don't like you either. I love you. All right. So
Oh.
post. I want to see it. All right.
I say just put the
Yeah.
shit out there too. Get you a fucking shirt. Get you a busy shirt. Nobody will give a shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, hey, I've been unpacking all weekend, so this is the best y'all got.
Yeah. I love it. Rock it. Hey, BigTim, where can we find you? Big
just
dog?
all over the stuff. Google BigTim Murphy and I come up after Chicago Mobster. I make the TikTok things now. I do the podcast, the Radicalized Rednecks. Uncle Big Tim, a friend of mine, Kimberly, she made that. It doesn't come up very well in the video because the damn glare off the thing wears out. But yeah, you can Google Big Tim Murphy and that should come up.
BigTim Murphy. I love it.
Yeah, it should come up.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for being part of the show. BootLegger's does, and we're gonna. You can find me. I'm at Clever Chimp. There's a whole story behind that stupid ass name, but I love it. It's my name.
What's your Pornhub username, friend?
My Pornhub
Clever
username,
Tim.
at Buzz Brockton. And I don't know which would be better to use a Pornhub. Barnyard Fantasies. I could go at Clever Chimp, I guess.
Well,
But-
Pornhub would probably
Yeah.
shut you down for that. I think they did a mass clearing a while back and all that stuff. I think.
Yeah, they just wanted to be more.
If you want to find him, look on Chatterbait and look for Clever Chimp Daddy.
Clever Chimp Daddy. That's
It
right.
never hurts to search me and search my name on OnlyFans. You never be surprised.
That's right. That's right.
Just saying.
No, I think for the fans only, it might be Snake Milker.
That was in my live. They were asking me what my profession was, and I told them snake milker, and they was like, "What the fuck? What's a snake? Is that real? You can milk snakes?" I was like, "Absolutely." You can
That was
milk-
from like one of the first lives we ever were on together.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my
fun.
God.
So you make antidotes and all, or are you just fucking around? Are you actually milking reptiles and all?
No, it's
No.
absolutely fucking around. Yeah, I've never.
Oh, I know a dude that does that in Fort. I was about to say, man, that's good money.
You would know somebody like that, Tim. You would know somebody that milks snakes.
What? No,
But
he
we
works
do
with
that to
reptiles
scare
and all.
people.
And you talked
He's
about, the proper
a-
form on wrestling a gator earlier in the show.
Well, yeah, I said if it was over, yeah, well, because they can't open their mouth. They can close real hard, but they can't open real hard.
Yeah, if you got your hands around, they can't get it open.
And you act like you knew that, Kristin? You knew that? Shea.
Yeah.
It's fairly
Shea, did you-
famous. They duct tape them with electrical tape.
This is common knowledge.
Because I don't know what the right terms are, but yeah, if their mouth's open, they can clomp down really hard. But if you're holding it, they don't have enough strength to open it. Do you like all
That's
this
like-
that I'm doing?
I see that. Yeah.
That's
you-
the
She
Yeah.
also, I think, got the Florida survival tip. She knew the zigzag thing. You're supposed to zigzag
Yes,
running
true.
from them
That's very true.
because they're only fast in a straight line. But
I've gone
My-
camping in Florida, so I got all those little tidbits.
my Florida man knowledge to y'all is if an alligator is not afraid of humans no more, you should just run as fast as fuck you can
I've lost.
because they're generally afraid of us. They think we're
Yeah.
so big.
I've lost
'cause the
all
damn-
control of this whole
What
podcast. I've lost
being this
all control.
tall, we're just they think they're picturing something on four legs or whatever, right? So if they imagine we have two more legs back there they haven't seen yet. right? So they were so fucking big to them. They're
And
afraid.
if a golf ball goes in the water near one or a rock, they think it's feeding time, and that's when they get pissy too, and that's when they will come up on the greens of a golf course, thinking that it's feeding time. The minute something gets thrown in the water at them,
So now we've.
that's when I'm running, and there's someone behind me that's going to be fed on.
This
Well,
is the
that's what
nature
they've been saying about
educational
that.
part of Bootlegger's Dozen. So now we're getting survival tip. Like this has everything, y'all. We're good.
That's what a baby alligator sounds like. So you ever hear that? You hear a bunch of that? You should avoid that. Because mama alligators are very, very territorial and very mean.
Do they smell like?
Or tell someone you don't get along with. Can you go check out what that noise is?
Do they smell like cucumbers?
I have no fucking clue, honestly.
Like
They always the swamp just smells like everything else. I've never
bless you.
I've never
Bless
smelled
you.
a gator on its
Thank
own,
you.
to be honest with you, friend. There was always other smells happening.
That is the only survival tip that you will get in Kentucky is if you're walking on a trail and you smell cucumbers, which I don't know. I had to cut a cucumber open and smell it. It means there's a copperhead nearby because they stink of cucumbers.
I've never heard of that.
Well,
I've never heard that.
That's
Probably
survival.
Is that like the
wood.
snake musk thing or whatever?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's how rumors get started, Dylan.
you got more to be afraid of walking up on somebody's pot patch or whiskey
Oh
stick
yeah,
than a
say
copperhead. So
copperhead.
Yeah.
Copperheads make me nervous and all, but just if you shuffle your feet and all and you walk right, snakes and stuff will run off.
I think
Yeah.
really if you smell Bengay and Pop-Tarts, you're probably walking up on a steel mill, and that's just the way the guy smells, the bootlegger smells. So,
I was gonna say, yeah, or
Probably what you
you're
really
coming
need.
across some moonshine.
Absolutely.
You're gonna be making
Fucking-
yourself a deal. I'll keep my damn mouth shut if you give me a few jars of moonshine. Thank you very much.
Copenhagen and the transmission fluid.
That's See,
I
that's
said
so much-
that-
yeah, that's
It's,
closer for sure.
That's you come on that PBR that's stale or Bush
Right.
Bush Light that's been
Oh.
fucking left in the sun.
Stale PBR.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I got the banquet of beers right here. The Coors.
That means you got paid extra. If you did Bush
Yeah,
$8.76
Yeah.
for 12-pack.
PBR. I'm just pulling shit out of this Bootlegger's Dozen sack now.
I love
I
that.
think I only drink Bush at NASCAR races.
I mean, you should only drink Bush. You should never drink it. It's awful. It's awful beer. It was there for me when I was a kid. I'm talking so much shit about it, but
My favorite
You know.
beer
No.
is your beer. That's my favorite beer.
yeah,
What is?
next beer?
Your beer. Have you ever had your beer?
Oh.
It's amazing.
That's when you reach over and you take their beer and you go your beer and you drink
It's
it.
my favorite.
And that's when you tell them, Dylan, if you do that shit again, I'm gonna put you on top of the fucking refrigerator.
I gotta land this plane. All right, I'm landing this plane now, guys. Shea, Depmore, Big Tim, Crisco. Thank you all for being on the show. Love you guys.
Thank
y'all.
you.
We'll be back.
Thank
so,
you.
Bootlegger's Dozen. We're here to answer. We're here to provide answers to questions nobody's asking. The logic is coming from the mind of a drunken idiot or the wisdom of a stoner eating Funyun ketchup sandwiches at 3 a.m. All right. So if you're there for that, Bootlegger's Dozen, there's going to be a lot more. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Bye, guys. It was good to see you.
Hi. Good to see ya.
Well, a rolling stone gathers no moss. I've worn holes in my shoes. I said a rolling stone gathers no moss. Oh, I worn out all my shoes. Oh, I'm running through this honky tonk singing these